my summit experience. It was, I can't even just begin to describe the energy. I mean, I pulled into the city of Nashville really not knowing what to expect. I only had decided a week and a half before summit that I was actually going to go because it was really overwhelming for me to think about leaving the kids behind. I've never left Grayson for more than one night except for when I was in the hospital. So it was really, it took a lot. It took a really big leap of faith for me to, make the investment because my summit ticket was free, but of course I had to pay for my airfare and my hotel. And that was an investment. Of course, it's a write-off, but it was an investment in my business, and I looked at it as such. So I pulled into the city of Nashville, and the cab driver, was saying like, "Oh my gosh, like it's been really busy." And I said, "Well, have you ever heard of Beachbody before?" And he's like, "No." And that was kind of the overall feeling from everyone that I spoke to as far as the people who are native to Nashville. No one really had heard of Beachbody before. So when they knew and they had heard that we were having our summit there, our convention, I don't think they had any idea what to expect. And I don't think they realized that 25,000 people were going to take over their city for a few days. And they definitely were not prepared. I mean, things went smoothly, but they weren't prepared for the force that we were. So pulling in, there were billboards, and there were signs everywhere welcoming us. And there were, people just lining the streets, walking up and down the streets in their workout gear. And I kept saying jokingly, like, if I were on vacation there, I'd probably be feeling pretty bad about myself for not being working out as much as Beachbody people were. So anyway, that was just amazing. The other thing that was really amazing for me upon arriving was that for the past, 17 months that I've been a coach, I've been making networking contacts with other coaches from around the country, especially being a part of Melanie's team. There are so many coaches that I've been in groups with and training with, that I've teamed up with for different things, and I've never met them. So to get to Summit and get to the Renaissance Hotel and walk in and immediately be connected with these people who are my friends, that were just my friends online, it was pretty surreal. It was really cool to have those friendships already formed and for the friendships to be so strong, even though we really had never, it was based off our profile pictures. So that was kind of cool. All right, so top takeaways from Summit. First of all, the biggest takeaway is you all have to be there next year. I honestly, leaving Summit, I want everyone I know to be a coach because the experience and being part of something so much bigger than yourself and being part of such a great organization was just mind-blowing. And, I started out coaching and I said it was kind of natural for me to talk about my workouts because whenever I was into a new workout, I wanted all my friends to do it, whether it be something at the gym or a new tape that I was trying out, whatever it may be. I always wanted to talk to my friends about it because I just thought everyone should be feeling the energy and excitement that I was. And that's how I felt about Summit. Like, I felt like now I need to share this coaching opportunity with other people, not for the financial part of it, but for the networking part of it and the experience and the feeling that that you're helping other people. Another cool thing about being in Nashville was, as with most cities, but a lot of, I guess, maybe southern cities, I'm not sure, I'm totally stereotyping here, but there were a lot of overweight people there. And, the cool thing was that the people, we were at LP Field, we were at Music City Center, which is their convention center, and we were at the basketball stadium. And so for that week or the weekend, whatever it was that we were there, Beachbody employed all these people who were native to Nashville for the week. They got jobs. So that was kind of a cool feeling, too, to know that, by being at Summit, we were employing some people. And one of the coolest things was I was walking in the street. There was a Shakeology bar set up. And I was walking back to my hotel from the convention center with my Shakeology. And this woman was walking to go to work at the stadium. And she's like, "Is that Shakeology stuff?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Does it taste good?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, it's delicious. If you like chocolate milkshakes, like you'll love Shakeology. It's seriously delicious." And I was tempted to actually give her a sip of mine and then I stopped myself because that would be weird. But she was like, "I need to try that, because all my friends told me it would be gross, but I think I need this in my life because then I'll stop doing this." And she held up I think it was a McDonald's bag of her fast food breakfast. And I was like, you know what, that's awesome. She's not my customer. Actually, another coach had already snagged her up the day before, but because Beachbody was in Nashville that weekend, she was exposed to us and what we have to offer. And for that, her life could be changed. And, maybe next year when we go back to Nashville, she'll be one of our success stories. So that was really cool, just being a part of something bigger. I see all the transformations on Beachbody.com, and we highlight them in our Transformation Tuesdays. But to see the big transformations in the Beachbody Challenge winners and people who have lost, over 100 pounds and have just completely transformed their lives, be presented their awards at the closing ceremony was so powerful and so amazing. So that was really cool. Other than that, a couple other things that kind of jumped out at me were just the potential for growth. I see Melanie and I see how this company has served her in the last 4 years in making it her career. And I've talked about this before, she's just another mom of two, looking for a way to, not go back to work and lose the baby weight. And, in 4 years' time, she's now the #1 coach. She is, $1 million earner. She has paid off her mortgage. She's, buying cars outright. She's retired her husband from his job. And, she's not the only one. So to see other coaches who have done this was really cool, really amazing. And it was just really powerful. So that was awesome. Another thing that really jumped out at me is, I don't think I talked to you guys enough about the need to rank advance. When I started this business back in February 2014, I kind of had it in my mindset because I was following Melanie, who was, 15-star in her first business center and just then starting her second business center and building that. I saw that she was rank advancing, and for me, that was a motivator. So, within the first, I think, month or two, I went emerald in my business, meaning that I had myself and then 2 coaches underneath me. And then my next goal was to hit diamond in the first 6 months of my business. And for me, that was a motivator because I knew that with that rank, first of all, came the accolade. And that's something that, from my personality type, I like to have that title. But also, there comes the potential for earning more income and for earning team cycle bonuses as you grow your team. But to see these other coaches and to see the elite coaches and the top 10 coaches and the $1 million earners be presented with their awards at Summit, it really clicked for me that I need to start to talk to you guys more about that and talk to you about the reasons that you want to rank advance. Because if you're in this business because you want to earn an income, then you need to start presenting the coaching opportunity to people, and you need to start building your rank. And I think before I was kind of hesitant to say that. I don't know why, but I feel now that I've seen this and I see the potential and I'm setting my own goal, I need to mention it to you, and I really need to stress to you the importance of doing that. If you're in this just to be a hobby coach, or you're in this and you just want to coach, that's totally fine. That's totally cool. But if you're in this to build an income, you really need to build a team, and you really need to work on rank advancing. So again, look in our team page and in the back office for all the resources as far as the requirements for building up your rank. But really, that is something that it's a no-brainer. You really need to have that rank so that you start to earn more money and start to build your team and start to build some credibility with people who are looking at you as coaches. And there are different ways of doing it, and we'll talk more about that. But your first step, if you're a coach, is definitely to get to emerald, and then your next step is to get to diamond. And to do it, build a solid foundation, but start by offering just the discount and building, a following there and building your team that way. So definitely do that. I personally, as you guys most of you know, I'm a 2-star, which means that I have 2 diamonds underneath me, Kat and Megan. And when I became a 2-star, that allowed me to open up a second business center, which is basically, I call it me number 2. So it's basically myself as another coach. It's actually Chrysanthi Finn too, is my username for that. And so that's another way for me to build. So basically now I'm a 2-star in my own business, and now I'm going to start building my next business up so that it will, long story short, Chrysanthi 1 will make money off of Chrysanthi 2. And I placed it under my husband, so he will make money off of Chrysanthi 2. So it's just, you can see how it kind of compounds and compounds and compounds. And while you may not be there yet, that's something to kind of think about in the future. And so when you're listening to the National Wake Up Call and you hear them say, so-and-so rank advanced to 5-star in their second business center, that's what that means. So if you have someone like Melanie who has now she's working on her third business center, when it comes time for those quarterly bonuses, she's earning the max in her first business center, which comes out to about, I want to say, $40,000. She's earning that in her second business center, and now in her third business center, she's a couple stars in there, so she's earning income there as well on just quarterly bonuses, not even weekly. So you can see, and I know this is probably a little bit confusing to you now, but just so you have your sights set on something in the future, that's where the money lies. I mean, if you just listen to what I said, she makes about $100,000 per quarter in bonuses alone. That's not even talking about her weekly income. So that's just something to think about, something huge to think about. All right, so enough about rank. Again, you just want to look at where you are now, look at the next step, and make that your goal. Okay, so the other thing with Summit that really stuck out to me was this quote, because, you know, when I was thinking about going to Summit, I've been thinking about it since I became a coach, because I knew everyone said, you have to go to Summit. It's going to drive your business forward. It's the most amazing thing, and don't allow yourself not to go. So when I heard that, I was like, I'm going to go to Summit and I'm going to come back and my business is going to explode. And I have definitely seen an upswing in my business in this past few days that I've been home, but not for the reasons that I probably thought beforehand. And if you listen to Melanie's call Monday night, you heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again for those of you who didn't. This is a quote that stuck out to me. It's, release the expectation that your business will happen naturally and create your own opportunity. So this is kind of twofold. For me, this means I wasn't going to come home, get off the plane from Nashville, and have people just pounding at my door to want to buy challenge packs and sign up to coach. In my mind, I think that's what I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to become a consultant and I'm going to be a rock star. But the truth is, I'm going to come back from Summit and I'm going to be a rock star because of what I learned while I was there. I had 3 straight days of training. I had 3 straight days of being able to network with people and to talk about, you know, what works and what doesn't. I had 3 straight days of working out with the trainers and going to parties and being celebrated for my successes and meeting, you know, the Beachbody executives and just really cool stuff. And so because of that, I came home with a fire and I came home with resources and I came home knowing that, you know, it's not always easy. I don't always have the answers, but the answers are there. And Beachbody does an amazing job of giving us resources. Every answer you have to any question is going to be in your back office. It's going to be in your FAQ. And if it's not in your back office and it's not in your FAQ, or you don't want to reinvent the wheel, it's in our team page or it's in the Dream Team page. Or you can Google search or YouTube search and you'll find a video or you'll find a tutorial or you'll find resources. So for me, it's not going to happen naturally, but I know what I want and I know where I want to be and I know what I have my sights set on. And now I know what I need to do to get there. And I need to know that I'm going to fail, but I'm going to fail forward. And when I can't find the answers, I'm going to look harder. And when I make a mistake, I'm going to learn from it. And I'm going to pass that information along. It also means to me, release the expectation that your business will happen naturally. No one can do this for you. And you know, when you signed up to coach and when I signed up to coach, we're here to be our own boss. Like I've always said, I don't want a boss. I want to be my own boss. I want to own my own business and create my own goals and deadlines. And, you know, Beachbody has allowed me to do that. And so when I need to realize that I need to do this for myself and no one's going to do it for me. You know, there are people who've done it before me and I can learn from them and I can reach out to them, but they're not going to do it for me. And I need to release that expectation, you know? So think about it that way. Think about the fact that you are your own CEO and you have all of these products and you have all these resources and Beachbody does a lot of the marketing for you. All you have to do is take that information and find a way to share it and find a way to pass it along to the next people, whether they're your coaches or your challengers. So that was a huge takeaway for me. And that made me feel alive, you know, just have energy and knowing that I'm in control. And if I want to be an elite coach, then I'm going to work my butt off to be an elite coach. And no one's going to stop me and no one's going to get me there. It's on me. So that was a really cool thing to think about. All right. That's just kind of my takeaway. I have so much more to tell you guys because it really was the most amazing experience, and I can't stress enough for you to be there. But I'm going to move on. So along with Summit, as I kind of let you guys know, there are a lot of things that have launched, and it's so exciting, but it can be overwhelming. So I just wanted to kind of break down for you some of the stuff that's going on and that's out there. I'm really hoping that I can share these slides with you at this point. If I can't, I will post them on our team page. Let me just see. Okay, I can. So let's do this. Hopefully you'll be able to see my screen share. If not, again, no big deal. Okay. So there you'll see that's, if you can see this, that is Melanie's team. It was amazing to be a part of her celebration and her recognition and to see, you know, the power of what she's created. Okay, going into the product launches. As you know, before I get into these, as you know, Fixate has launched. This is a great resource because not only does it support the 21-day fix containers, but now, if you have not realized, the 21-day fix, or I'll just say the fix, meal guide is being used for any program that's being launched. It is now being used for size. It is being used for, I think the Max 30 used it, if I'm not, yeah, Max 30 used the containers, sizes using containers. When, oh God, I forget the name of it, Hammer and Chisel, I think it is, comes out, that's going to use the containers. Of course, the Fix and Fix Extreme use containers. So when you're talking to people who struggle with coming up with recipes, when you're talking with people who struggle with coming with clean eating, this for $14.95, or that's the coach rate, for $19.95, they're getting an amazing resource. And if you haven't picked up a copy of Fixate, I strongly suggest you do, because for $14.95, it's a great cookbook. The recipes are very simple, very easy to follow, and like I said, they have the coordinates listed for containers, which is huge. So when you're marketing that, I would pick it up, I would get a copy, I would try a few recipes, I would take a picture of the recipe in the book, take a picture of whatever you made, and give a little review of it. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Be honest, because that's what people want. Talk about how it matches up with your 21-day fix containers or whatever program you're doing. Easy. That's so easy. And then you're able to use that in your challenge groups, because face it, what's one of the biggest things that people want when they're joining a challenge group? They want recipes, right? So now you've got them, and you can start to share them and kind of breadcrumb them and get people to purchase them, which then increases your volume. So that's Fixate. As you know, Size launched. I'm so excited. I did Size with Sean T when I was in Nashville, and it was amazing. That man, I tell you guys, I've loved him since I did T25, but now when I watch him on TV, on my, you know, when I'm doing my videos at home, it doesn't even compare to what he is like live. He's just so motivational and so inspirational, and after his workouts, he gives you like a little pep talk, and he's just so real and so awesome, and, you know, so I of course love Size. Size is so fun. If you haven't tried it, go on Beachbody On Demand and do the preview workout at least, so you can do, you know, you can talk about it. Even if you have no intention of buying it, talk about it, because chances are you have people in your network who are Zumba fans, who are looking for a fun workout, who want to, you know, do some kind of workout but don't want to be lifting weights or doing anything too strict or regimented. So this is amazing. Today I posted my Size video, me making a fool of myself doing, you know, the dance, and it got more views, and I've gotten already 3 people wanting to buy a challenge pack just today. So that's huge. Make a fool of yourself. That's what people want. If nothing else, they want to see you real. So that's Size. The cool thing too to think about is when you order a program, if you order a program, you have Beachbody On Demand, it's within 48 hours, it's up on demand. I actually ordered it last night, and when I checked at 7 o'clock this morning, it was not up. By about 11, it was. So it probably took about 12 hours for it to be up. But that was awesome, because then the meal plan is right on demand. The workout schedule, everything is right there. All right, next product that's launching is the Performance line. Now, I want you to do your research on this one. I want you to go into the back office. I want you to read about the products, and I want you to become familiar with them so you can talk about them, because this is unlike anything else that we have in existence. This is a game changer. Here's why. I'm not necessarily going to do the entire performance line, but when I think about this performance line and just the credibility behind it, I feel like now there are people in my market that I have avoided because they are gym rats, they are CrossFit people, they are buff guys who think Shakeology is a joke. Well, now I've got a product to present them. It's all natural. It doesn't have the added crap that some of these, competitors put in their product. It's tested, I think it's Harvard, you can read about it. It's certified for athletes. This is really a game changer. So go in and look at what each product is. You'll see there the different products. There's Energize, which is your pre-workout. There's really quickly with Energize versus E&E, they were talking about this at Summit, and they said that basically, they're not looking to get rid of E&E right now, but with Energize, they've just found a formula that's a little bit more effective than what E&E was, and that's a little bit, better for you in giving you the results you want as far as a pre-workout. Then there's Hydrate, which is what you'll drink during your workout. Recover, you'll drink after. And Recharge is what you take at night. And then, of course, Creatine for your muscle building people. Okay, so the cool thing with this is that, and then here's another, I hope you can see this image. This is right in the back office. I posted it in our team page. This is a great thing for you to become familiar with, because if you have customers who, like I said, I'm not going to take the entire line because I'm not a bodybuilder and I'm not looking to really, do all those things. So if you're looking for someone who wants to lose weight, it shows you exactly what they're going to take. If they want to tone, there's exactly what they're going to take. Build muscle, that's what they're going to take, and so on. So you want to become familiar so you can talk about it with your potential customers and let them know what their, which products would work for them. You don't want to take this entire line and do a program like Size that's not burning as many calories. This is for something like Max 30, something like Body Beast, something that's more intense, where you're where you're really burning the calories, because otherwise you may gain weight if you do the entire line. So that's something to consider, and that's why the Lose Weight doesn't have all of the products there. So hopefully that makes sense to you. You'll see that they stack them up. So there's the Performance Stack. So there's for those people who want to lose weight. For $109.95, they'll get I can't really see, but I think it's Energize and Hydrate, but don't quote me on that, but you can see. So they're stacked differently. If someone purchases this as an HD home direct, so they get it every month, you get 1 SC point. That's a really cool thing, right? Something aside from a challenge pack, you're getting your SC points. But there is a challenge pack. So again, this is great for those people who are gym rats, who aren't going to do an at-home workout necessarily, or aren't going to follow a program every day because they already do something else. You can sell them the challenge pack. They're going to get Energize and Recover. They're going to get Beachbody On Demand, and you're going to get 2 successful points, and that's $140. The cool thing, too, is, and I'll talk about this at another time, I don't want to overwhelm you completely, On Demand is going to be getting new features, one of which is going to be Sagi will have a gym workout. So those people who go to the gym and don't want to do an at-home workout, they can go on demand, pull up their phone in the gym, and there's a workout that Sagi will give them. So while they're walking around the gym, they can do those moves. All right, so that's 2 successful points. Okay, the next product that launched was Shakeology Boost. This is awesome. For me, I'm definitely going to do Power Greens. So Power Greens is for those people who are not getting enough greens in their diet. They add a scoop into their Shakeology, and boom, they've got their greens. So it's really boosting, and that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to boost what's already there and give you more. Focused Energy. This is different than your Energize in Performance Line or your E&E. This is more like a cup of coffee. So when you're talking to people and you're comparing the 3 products, your E&E or your Energize is your pre-workout. That's to take a half an hour before your workout to give you the energy. Focused Energy is to put in your Shakeology like you would drink a cup of coffee in the morning, and it's more sustained energy. So it's not necessarily that big jolt. It's going to be sustained. Digestive health. So one of the concerns that we talked about at Summit was, oh my gosh, some people still already feel that Shakeology has so much fiber in it. What's this going to do for them? And the answer was, this has been specifically formulated, so it's not going to be too much fiber. It's a good balance of the soluble and insoluble fiber, so that your body, it's almost like scrubbing your insides, almost like you would get from the 3-day refresh, where it's just kind of keeping you really well maintained. So those are the 3 boosts. When I was at Summit, I tried the Power Greens and I tried the Focused Energy. And I'll tell you, I didn't taste a difference. I was kind of, some people said the greens they could taste. I could not taste it at all. I had it in the vegan chocolate shake. It was chocolate strawberries. So it was vegan chocolate with strawberries and almond milk and the Power Greens, and I could not taste it, which is huge for me because I'm going to be giving it to my husband because he eats not a single fruit or vegetable, so he's going to be getting greens in his shake. It was not gritty, it was not smooth, and same with the Performance line. I tried the Energize from the Performance line, and I tried the Hydrate, and I tried the post-workout chocolate one, and they all tasted good, and none of them were gritty. So that's really important because people people want to enjoy what they're drinking. So those are the prices for the Power Greens. You can get, for the boosts, you can get them separately like that. And you'll see the regular price and the coach price. With all these new products coming out, this is all the more reason for people to be discount coaches. Talk about this. Because if you have someone who's doing Shakeology every month and now they want to add Focused Energy or they want to add Power Greens, now they're saving even more. So think about, if you just look at this quickly, let's say they're going to do Focused Energy. They're going to save $12 a month on that, plus the $15 they're saving after the coach fees on their Shakeology. You're saving, $30 a month, really $45 a month if you don't count the coach fees. So this is a really good reason for people to do that discount coach stuff. Just another talking point. Here's just a quick overview. Focused Energy is an effective pick-me-up. It doesn't compromise. All of these are all natural, so they're not compromising your health. They're all really good. You can kind of just read through this. It's all in the back office, all in the FAQ, all in the breaking news. Find this stuff and become familiar so you're comfortable talking about it. All right. I have no idea how I'm looking on time because I'm sharing the screen, so I can't see my time. But just really quickly about those products. Don't go online every day and post, look at the new product, look at the new product, look at the new product. What I would do is become familiar with the product and become comfortable with talking about them so that when you're talking with someone, you can match them up to the product that you think works for them. If you have a challenge group running and you want to talk about Boost, the Shakeology Boost, that's a great place to do it because they're already drinking Shakeology, and it's just going to improve them. But don't necessarily come out of the gate with someone new and totally overwhelm them and say, you should buy a challenge pack, but then you should buy this and you should buy that. Just become familiar and kind of ease your way into it until you're comfortable with it, okay? Because it is a lot, and it's all exciting, and it's exciting to us because we live it and we breathe it, but not everyone does. So just keep that in mind. All right. I mentioned this on the team page. The Team Cup registration is now. I actually laughed because I answered my phone last night and it was recording to Carl Deichler reminding me to register my team for Team Cup. Okay, so the Team Cup is really going to help you boost your business because it's a competition, and who doesn't love a little healthy competition, right? But it's more than that, and it's they say that people who participate in the Team Cup earn 60% more than people who don't, because you're dialed into your goals, you're dialed into your business, and you are pushing, and you want to succeed for yourself, and you want to succeed for your team. And it's fun, and that's why they do all these launches right around the Team Cup, because it's going to lend itself to getting you to build your business. So really quickly, it's going to run for the entire month of August. Teams are made up of 5 coaches. There can only be 1 diamond on each cup team. You get 1 Team Cup point for every Success Club point. You get 1 Team Cup point for every rank advancement. So if you're a coach and you rank advanced to Emerald, you get a point for your team. If you're Emerald and you rank advanced to Diamond, you get a point for your team. And when you rank advanced, your coach also gets a point for their team. So if you're on a team with me and you're my personally sponsored coach and you rank advanced, we each get a point. There are then prizes. There are different tiers. You can look at that in the back office. But if you are on the fence, just do it. Just be in the Team Cup, because you know what? We're not in it to win it. We're in it to win it in our business. We're in it to propel our business forward, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter if we're in the top 10 or the top 6 or the top 5. Who cares? You know, I was in the top 10. I got a T-shirt, and I got like a fit band. But the cool thing was I was ranked against the diamond, and that is what mattered. And I made new friends because I was networking. And, you know, there was so much more to being in the cup than the prizes that I won. So do it. Even if you're afraid to do it because you're going to be working your business whether you're part of a team or not. So just do it. If you haven't put your name on that list, that document in our team page, go ahead and do that, because like I said, you're just doing yourself a disservice if you don't. So that's Team Cup. All right, so what does that mean, and what is our August game plan going to be? I will post more specifically, but basically, I'm going to have a size challenge group running. It's going to kick off this coming Monday. I don't remember the date. I want to say the 27th, but I can be making that up. The 27th is going to kick off with a week of preseason, and then the following Monday we'll kick off with size. That's going to be a really fun group. I'm keeping it just to size because I feel like it's a good way to do like little dance-offs and just different competitions and, you know, cool prizes to get, you know, the participants participating. So that's going to be going on. I'm also next week going to do a sneak peek, and I will do some kind of a business opportunity, either post a recording for people to log on and listen to, or do a live call, depending, because I will be on vacation. But that will be next week, a sneak peek. In addition, let's see, I don't have my calendar in front of me. I will do, so size the first week. I will start a challenge group the third Monday of the month. So I don't know the date of that, but the third Monday in August, I'll start a challenge group. So you can start inviting to that. I'll also kick off a new coach training on the first Monday of the month. So if you are a coach who feels like you need to be in that new coach training because the way that we were doing the academy didn't work for you, please get in there. If you're a coach who's struggling, get in there. Even if you've done it already, get in there. You know, like I said, don't leave your business to chance. Don't think it's going to happen naturally. You need to create your own opportunities, and you need to plug into the resources. So get in on that. So size group, sneak peek, challenge group the third week, coach training academy. If you have new coaches, you need somewhere to put them, let's team up. Team Cup, like I said, we'll be doing that. And I think that's kind of it. Lots of information. I understand that. And it can be overwhelming. And there's even more for me to tell you because there are amazing things coming out. Just to kind of give you a quick idea, there's going to be a new coach app. So instead of having to run your challenge groups through Facebook, there's going to be an app for that, which is awesome. It's going to kind of be the best of Facebook groups and the best of MyFitnessPal and the best of Beachbody On Demand and the best of Beachbody, the website, all coming together on an app, which is freaking awesome. I know there's so much more, and there's so much more I want to tell you, but you know what? That's why you need to get to Summit next year because, it's really good stuff. So do you guys have any questions? I know I've rambled, especially being on the phone. I wasn't able to see myself, so I had no awareness of my rambling. Lots of info.